You might not know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So TCU's offense will start this game off. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Now on first down from the 30. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fires to the right. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, TCU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Grab near the marker. It's Maddox. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the returner is stopped. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack enough.
Grabs it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
TCU 14, Kansas State 0.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on 1st down.
Holds and fires complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
A I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through. He gets a hand on it. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Give to Brown. It's a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's in goal. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's in goal. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the 1st down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to keep a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's got his man, and he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Pulls it in. It's Maddox. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode and try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Running to the left. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. And the Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score.
And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
All kinds of time before he fires right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
There's just not very many quarterbacks that won't be successful with that much time in the pocket. Goodness gracious. He read his chemistry notes. He took a test. He had all the time in the world. Somebody's got to get some pressure on him.
They're going to run it. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Line getting set on second down. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Third down coming up.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. Offense facing fourth down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll give it to the back. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the third. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, TCU. These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oklahoma State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Stillwater. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Loss of 4. 2nd down coming up.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And that pass picked off.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Catch in the middle. It's Maddox. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Hard Rock! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Finds his man, and they convert. He's off to the races. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Pressure coming. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're bringing heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw. He caught it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 40, Kansas State 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Nah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
A strike downfield. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the blitz gets to him just like that. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.